Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI, a Let's Play adventure that pits us as the vulnerable Clive, as he is trying to win the heart of fair yonder Jill. And in fact, we've already succeeded, but the moment was ruined. We almost locked lips with her, but then I think it was Gav came in and just started shouting about some nonsense and completely killed the mood, unfortunately. And, well, I've got a trick to get her back in our good graces. We're actually going to force her to go on a globe-trotting adventure with us to progress the main plot. We're going to Leighton's Cleft, a narrow pass through otherwise impassable mountains, thought to have been torn from rock by the very gods themselves. Is that referring to the aliens that definitely built this world? Or to the humans that tried to go to space and failed and then all our ships crashed back down? As the drunk man said, maybe we're all the fallen. I don't know! I'd like to think something like that. We've been here before. In the last installment, we had to come here for 2 seconds so that we could unlock fast travel in the rest of the Atlas. It's hard to believe that I mean, we spent the entire... Oh. Hello, what have we here? I mean, it is just a gate, but it looks like at some point we could possibly access that from maybe like over here? Or maybe even like down here. Yeah, looky right there. Interesting. But it's not open yet, and it probably won't be until we progress the story a little bit more, so we're not going to worry about that. Yeah, we spent the entire last episode trying to just run around and do a plethora of side quests. We got really tangled up in doing, what, 4 of them, I believe? And some of them actually had quite a bit of heart.
For merchants crossing the scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Ah.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
So this is basically, you know, what you're trying to say to me, is that this is Route 66. Route 66 used to be the road to go through America. Not so much anymore. It's been... I mean, it seems like this part of, like, American history that existed, like a lot of things in American history, because we're such, like, a young country. Everything feels like it's really old, but, like, when you look at Route 66, from when it was built to when it was sort of, like, phased out by big interstates, you're looking at, like, what, 60 years at most? But it has this, like, culture and heritage and history to it, where it's like, for thousands of years, Americans traveled Route 66 before it eventually fell out of favor. But no, it was like, you could have been born, gone to high school, gone to college, got married, had children, had grandchildren, still be in the prime of your life, and in that time you could have been born during the construction of Route 66 and still be alive to watch it decline. It's it's like this staple, but it's also not. And there's a lot of things that are like that. I just think that's kind of funny. Hey there, you.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
Oh, this sounds like something they need help with. I don't know what it is.
Really? It's as bad as that.
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
That's what we do! We handle trouble!
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Well, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out.
I mean, I did ask you what was wrong, and all you've done so far is just talk about me in front of me.
I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the 2 of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out?
Absolutely.
Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
I mean...
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry, Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
Seems like a good offer. Be hard to refuse. Get the cart. Do it. I mean, we're going this way anyway. And also, are we sure that the bandits, like, that we're allegedly going to find aren't actually...
I'm not sure I trust those two.
Yeah.
But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
But what if the bandits, in quotes, are actually the merchants, and those guys are trying to, like, get us to help them rob? You know, like, if you've ever seen... I mean, they're literally called Desert Raiders, so I guess that seems unlikely, doesn't it? But if you've ever seen Disney's Inspector Gadget starring Matthew Broderick, there's a scene where he helps two criminals steal a car, because he's a bit of an inept boob in that film. It's rather funny, really. Alright, you? How about this? Okay. Alright, I see that you were prepared for that. That's impressive on your part. I can't see what's happening. Yeah, he's gonna get this hit on me, I think. There's no getting out of that, I don't think. Did that take care of everybody, though? Yeah! So it's just us and the desert, Jinn? I'm just tanking every hit he throws our way. I'm not dodging them effectively. I'm not blocking them effectively. It's been 24 hours since I played this game, so heaven knows I've lost all of my abilities. It's gonna take me at least 3 hours to get warmed up to it again, and then after that we're gonna be done streaming, so it'll all have been for naught. Such is my life. Hold on, I'm ready this time. Yeah! Oh! Did you say new enemies attacking? Okay, well, the dog and the girl are gonna have to deal with them, because I'm a little bit occupied at the moment. Did not time that one as eloquently. Or elegantly, even, because that's the word I meant to use. Oh, I just realized he staggered. Oh, we got him into a stagger from that. How cool is that? And I think we could probably finish him off now, if we really committed ourselves to the cause. Yeah! Fantastic work! It was a little rough at the beginning, but we eased into it. Those are probably the criminal scum in question, which means that, oh, well, I mean, they don't have any, like, sharp fangs, which is unfortunate.
No. Where's that cart?
It's a good question. Is there any reason to explore this area? It kind of looks like it's all just ruins for the sake of having some sort of, like, oh, we haven't done this in a while. Always a good time. Love the feedback on the triggers from that. What have we got here? Inspect the wagon.
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
Are they gonna try to kill me now?
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
Yeah, this is sus.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here.
This is super sus. Why are they being so cagey about it? Can't they just say we're gonna carry the goods? We've got another cart.
Pleasure. Now piss off.
Why get so aggressive all of a sudden?
Be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
Hopefully this is the beginning of a series of wacky quests with these two. I'd love to see what they're all about. I don't want them to be evil, though. I want them to have some sort of funny ulterior motive. Ulterior motives are fine. They don't have to be bad. It could be a lark. Should we hang out and see if they have anything else to say to each other? Oh, they do actually have a couple of dialogue options.
Look at them all. I thought the bastards would have eaten the lot by now.
We won't be going hungry, that's for sure.
They're just admitting that they're gonna eat the food.
You've had your reward and you're not getting any more. Now piss off. You've had your reward and you're not getting
I guess
any
they
more.
just wanted us to defeat the bandits so they could steal their food. That's... That's hardly a big
I
twist,
see the
is it?
Dalnecs lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least.
I don't know why we have to insult these people for
The
their
path
bridges,
continues
but then
on the other
again,
side.
this is a terrible bridge. This is awful. Look at this. Why build it like this? You could have easily made these all the same level. You could have made it look nice. This was a choice. You didn't have to do this. You could have lined those boards up. Why do it like this? I'm actually with her now. But it almost feels intentional. Like they chose to build the bridge that way, which, in that case, did they do it wrong? I remember being told once that the Amish, or the Amish if you're so inclined, will intentionally leave imperfections if they're like sewing a quilt or something. And that could be apocryphal. I don't know if it's true, but I was told that. And their reasoning was because only God can make perfect things. And my thought at the time, and my thought now, is that if you're intentionally leaving a flaw in something, then it's not a flaw. Like, if you intentionally put something on slightly crooked, then you did what you intended to do. You did it on purpose. So it's not an imperfection. I don't understand the thought process behind it. I cannot fathom making that decision. Also, aren't we called to be as much like God as possible? Wouldn't it make more sense to strive for perfection, knowing we'll never reach it? Because that would be the more like honorable thing to do. I don't know. It just seems like a weirdo thing. I have no way to quantify that in my brain. Oh, Porgal, good work, Porgal. You're doing fantastic work. All right, there's only one left. We're gonna punch him. We're gonna give him the big punch. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love the big punch. Also, what is left alive? Nothing. Okay. It looked like I was getting attacked by something, but it must have been Jill throwing large chunks of ice at me. So, sometimes that can look like I'm being attacked. We're going to Bocklad, which I believe is a location and not just a fellow. He's not just a lad who's a bit bawkish in nature. I don't know what that would mean. I probably don't want to look it up. I'm sure bawkish has a Urban Dictionary definition that I don't want to know about. Ooh, look at that waterfall! Look at that water! The final sin? I'm sorry?
So this is Zemeckis.
Can we go for a dip?
Land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes.
Interesting. So we
If anyone ever
defeated the
manages to
aliens
climb
and
those
set off a
steps,
nuke that made a giant pit.
perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse.
Yeah, that is odd.
Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Not sure anyone wants
Just
to
like
hear
in this
that, do
place.
they?
It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Bocklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
Then we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
What was that? Just a stray, errant thought passed through our mind? Well, look at this place. Seat of the Imperial Court. Yeah, we're gonna destroy that one next.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
That is odd.
I have.
Why?
Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sambrec.
We've never heard this child speak, have we?
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age,
Father, please.
or for as long as I am able.
This family is odd. I don't
The
understand.
empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task.
It's like a slap in the face. His oldest son.
There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god.
No, no, Dad's lost his
Emperor
mind.
whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh.
You think that's the boy?
Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sambrec.
Listen, if you're ever giving a speech like that and there's thunderbolts and lightning claps, you're definitely the villain.
Father. I find you much changed.
Is the boy actually somehow evil and corrupting?
Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
Here we go.
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sambrec, Prince Dion.
Don't let her. Just don't let her.
I trust you will continue to serve your emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch!
Kill them all. Kill the whole royal family.
You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
I think if we killed all three of them, no one would blame us.
Forgive me.
Come on.
This audience is over. Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring.
Me as emperor.
I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Okay, while they're out of the room, kill her. We don't have to do them all at once.
You that you will not inherit your father's throne?
She likes to do this, doesn't she?
I have suffered worse.
Don't stop. Don't give her the satisfaction.
Count your blessings, Dion.
Keep
For a
walking.
base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher.
Go
lest
cut
your
her
impure
throat.
blood stain the throne.
Go slice her throat. Throw her to the lightning. They're just really building her up for us to hate her. So the moment when Clive finally like drives a sword through her still beating heart is going to be just that much more satisfying. It has to be Clive to do it. As much as I would have liked to watch her die in that moment.
We just need to hug the coast.
It's going to be more satisfying when it's Clive, because she's responsible for the death of our brother, allegedly. He's not quite as dead as it would appear. It seems that reports of his death were greatly exaggerated. She is directly responsible for the death of our father, all of our friends. Sorry, what? Plants? Plants! Fair enough. Probably wasted that on him. He was already half dead anyway. Probably could have saved it for this one, but what can you do? Also, we've not delved back into our abilities in a while, and we did a lot of side questing last time. So we probably have what we need to do some upgrades if we wanted. So that's upheaval. So we've already maxed out the shield. We can't make Titanic block any better, unfortunately. Punch forward, hold the button down to wind up, attack further, increasing potency. See, we have 3,000 ability points? I had not realized that! That changes not everything. Drive both hands into the ground, causing land to surge upward, sending nearby enemies flying. See, that seems like the one to get. That seems like it's going to be a lot of fun, possibly. I don't know. It could be worth upgrading this one, dealing damage, so that's going to upgrade. Slam a fist into the ground, dealing damage to all enemies within range. Hold the button to increase the range. Upgrading this, though, like the punch is already so powerful, I think we should go ahead and grab that and just have that be mastered. And then, I mean, to look at, we've had a lot of these abilities, like the flame abilities, and we've not mastered them yet. We've not mastered any of the wind abilities, in spite of the fact that we use those a ton. I mean, we should be trying to master aerial blast, shouldn't we? We should be waiting to master that. And then, I mean, Flames of Rebirth could be useful to have. We could actually do that if we wanted. No, well, we're close. But part of me feels like maybe we should go ahead and get this. Drive both hands into the ground, causing land to... I mean, that's a big ability, though. That's a big one, and it's going to take a long time to charge. And we already have, like, most of our abilities configured right now are the big ones that take a long time to charge, so maybe we should just go ahead and upgrade this one. It's pretty decent. You know, if you got a lot of enemies you need to deal damage to, it's good at it. And then upgrading it is only going to make it better. Mastering it only make it the best. There, I've spent all my points. There's no turning back now. Can't reset those. I think we can. Didn't we find out that there was a way? Enough time has passed that I don't remember if we can.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside.
What is a Hellguru?
Well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
Hold on, we gotta fight a Hellguru. Like, I'm listening to the story, I'm listening to these two talk, but I've just gotta find out what a Hellguru is. Okay, here we go. It's probably just because of the type of monster we're fighting that, you know what, we're not really seeing how satisfyingly more powerful all of our abilities are at the moment. But I'm sure that they are satisfyingly more powerful. Hellguru is like, you know, the kangaroo of the underworld. They have foul little demonic babies in their pouches. It's a horrible concept. I don't like it at all. But then for some reason, it's actually just like a dragon in the desert. Oh, hello. Are you okay down there? Can you reach me? Can you continue combat? What's the situation? Oh, you look ridiculous when you crawl. I wish that you wouldn't. It makes you look rather silly. This is very embarrassing for you, isn't it? Oh, he actually managed to get a hit in on me. That was an absolute waste of that ability. That is... Wait, what? Wait, how did I use that? Wait, I'm so confused about how I activated that. I don't know how I did that. That wasn't even one of the abilities I had... at my disposal in that moment, was it? Oh, I can't wait to watch that back through in the edit and figure out what the heck happened there. I've no idea where the tornado came from. That was genuinely the most confusing moment we've had in combat so far. Now, it looks like we can double back that way. And at some point in the game, I'm sure that door will be open, and we'll be able to pass through from there all the way to these lands down here, and it'll all connect and be wonderful. But as of right now, that is not the direction we need to go in. Is there something tucked away back here, though? Is this a little hidden trail, then maybe a little bit of treasure tucked around behind here? No, it's just here for, I guess, the aesthetics of it all. And I appreciate that, you know? Game's gotta look good, gotta look like you've got little passageways spinning off into the canyons and the caverns. This is beautiful. I do wonder where all the water is going, because, you know, I feel like if this has been going for a long time, you know, possibly hundreds if not thousands of years, this hole would have filled up by now. Or at the very least, it's getting close to being filled up. Is this a bottomless pit? It can't be a bottomless pit, or the water wouldn't be this high. Maybe as more water pulls in, the ground beneath it is just being pushed to the other side of the world. And so it's just like the hole keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper in accordance with how much water is pouring in. Maybe there are rivers that I can't see. You know what? Underground rivers. That must be it. We can't see them because they're under the level of the lake, and they're just carrying the water out
and
to
making for the crystalline dominion.
Other places.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
Bless. Yeah, no, that must be tragic and difficult. Hold on, though. We've got to collect all of these random objects we see lying around. Not all the way up there, though, because it looks like those up there are being guarded by some sort of beasts, and I'm not in the mood to fight them right now. I'm in the mood to carry on the plot. What? Oh, no, little beasts! Now I have to fight them, otherwise they'll eat the refugees. And that'll be my fault, and I can't live with myself under those circumstances. Come on, you. Not you. The absolute nightmare that is trying to manage, like, who you're attacking at any given moment in this game. Okay, so I've got this guy selected. If I wanted to change target, how would I do it? As far as I know, I have to, like, click off of it and then click someone else. There's no other button to do that with. Because that just does that. That just does that. These buttons just, like, switch to the dog and whatnot. Sorry, you. I got distracted. I didn't mean to leave you alive for so long. I would have killed you immediately. I was trying to figure out how to swap between enemies. So, the game doesn't tell you when you're in the middle of combat. Maybe you're supposed to, like, hit one of these buttons, like click down on one of the sticks, because you don't do that for anything else other than, like, snapping the camera around, and then clicking the left one does absolutely not a gosh darn thing.
There are no crystals here.
The Bucklad Markets.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
I believe so.
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
I like this place. It's cool.
Porter for hire?
Ooh, do we need a porter?
What do you think, girl?
Probably not. Not sure what we would have them do.
This is everything.
Also, we don't have enough money. We've got to save all of our money so we can buy songs. Oh, good, we can fast travel here in the future. Speaking of, what do you got for sale?
Find a finer array this side of the strait.
I'll be the judge of that. Ooh, 20,000. We can get the Betrayal Orchestration roll. Do we not even get to preview these before we buy them? Why would I add a new song to the Hideaways Orchestration? How? But I don't know what the Betrayal Orchestration roll sounds like. Why would I buy that? One thing I will buy is potions. Because I forgot to top off on potions many times now. And we can hold so many more potions. There we go. So we only have 161,000 gold left. Should we go ahead and pick up a song? We've never bought a song before. Betrayal Orchestration roll. It's a curiosity indeed. Let's pick it up. That's the most we've ever spent, but we own an orchestration roll now. After all this time, we finally... now we feel like we're in the money. Definitely. We're never going to buy another one. What else are we going to use the money for? We've already got the best sword that we can get for a while, and the best armor that we can get for a
across the
while.
water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
Define across the water. What does that mean to you?
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
Okay, so we either need to forge documents or scurry over some rocks.
And they're checking everyone.
But can't you make an
Not
exception?
for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we?
We're gonna have to do a favor for someone, and then we'll get another pass. We've already got, what, Sam's Club, Costco membership,
He must be around here somewhere.
Amazon subscription. I'm trying to remember them all now. I've already forgotten. The Blockbuster video card. There was another one. What was the most recent one we got? I don't know. I guess the next one we're going to get is like the GameStop Power Pack or whatever, or Xbox Live. I've really lost track of them. There's so many. So, listen, this feller, Goats, he ought to be easy to find. He's massive, and there he is. He's also got a large red mark above his head, which made it super easy.
Good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
What'd you go and do?
Slow down, Goods. Just tell us what happened.
It's me trader's pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Well, well, well.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Seems likely.
A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Bock lad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure no one else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
It's always the little
Keep an eye out
things,
for
isn't
this
it?
red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
Next to the checkpoint.
A massive adventure, and it's all brought to a halt because of a missing piece of paper. That's what gets you. That's what ruins a family vacation when you realize you forgot the charge cord. That's not so much a thing anymore now that everything uses USB-C. But do you remember back when like every camera had its own charge cable, every laptop had its own proprietary charge cable, every cell phone had its own proprietary charge cable? It was a ridiculous and obnoxious time to be alive. But yeah, that could ruin a trip, you know, if you get out there and you're like, oh, I can't take any family photos. Because the stupid digital camera we bought has this ridiculous 14-pronged little cable you gotta plug into it to charge it. I mean, look. Wait, did I just get an orchestration roll for opening that chest? Is that what just happened? Have I been collecting, like, orchestration rolls without ever realizing? Yes, sharp fangs, good. We should go check at the hideaway and see. I remember which one we bought here. That was Betrayal. What am I looking for over here, though? Something specific in this area? Make for the Crimson Caravans. Must be right here, judging by the fact that the game took over my controller.
It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Bocklad?
We look ridiculous, especially with the dog.
I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain.
I mean, I'm assuming a pass like that is worth a lot of money these days.
Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots's pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and 2 birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion Goots?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope.
He's so disturbed by the prospect.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive.
Hey, look at that. We finally got ourselves our Best Buy Power Club, whatever it's called. Power Up Rewards card.
Wear that, and he will know you for a
GameStop. Is that a GameStop
I suggest
thing?
that you speak with him first.
I think that's what that
The
is.
furniture makers. Understood.
I mean, of course we're going to prioritize that. What else are we going to do? Unless there's like a ton of side quests to do around the region? But just judging by the looks of things, there are not, which is unfortunate, because I would absolutely do that instead of the main story. Not that I don't enjoy the main story, I'm just saying I love to get distracted with the series of unrelated side quests. I'm still waiting for the day that I pop up in here and see that I can head back over to here and continue that story. But alas, we cannot. We just know that there are knights surrounding the village and they're preparing for war, and at some point we'll go back and engage with that. Maybe, or maybe we won't. What if there's just no resolution to that? It's just a thing that they're doing and we just get to know that it's happening, but we don't get to participate.
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
I feel like there should be more involved when you get these, like little passes. Like maybe they open special shops that you couldn't shop at before because people didn't like, oh, we don't trust you, we don't know you. Oh, but she gave you that. Okay, then you must be trustworthy. You can come buy like custom swords or whatever. I just feel like, because normally you just get it and then you can progress the story, but I feel like there should be other non-story related things tied into it.
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked!
Are those three different things, or are those all the same?
Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know, then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
I mean, we're just gonna have to like pin them down and like, shout at them, basically. But you got to be careful because they just start crying otherwise. You got to be tactful. So maybe let's not pin them down. Maybe let's try to. Now that I think about it, maybe threatening children is not the best approach. What if we talk to this this boy and we just say, "Hey, buddy, I like your shoes." And we get started like, hey, you big fan of baseball? Me too. Hey, yeah, you gotta be careful though, because when you play baseball, sometimes, there's some kids who play and they cheat and they don't follow the rules. Do you know any other kids around here who don't follow the rules? And then we just like ease him into like bragging on all his friends.
Do you have a moment?
What a weird way to start a conversation with a kid.
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me.
Okay, but like, surely you have friends.
Picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
I mean, you probably do get paid for it, though. Like, you'll get in trouble if you get caught, but you will probably get paid for it. And it might be worth the risk, considering apparently a lot of these kids have been getting away with it. So, I mean, I'm not endorsing pickpocketing, in the real world. But if you're in this video game and you're a street urchin, you just gotta make some scratch. Why is she screeching at me about it? Why do I need earthenware?
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Yeah, this kid looks like a rat.
Stop you.
Yeah, at least a scowling child.
If anyone has asked you to do anything out of the ordinary recently.
Oh, careful with that question.
Anything you grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away.
Jeez, I wonder why.
That's what I'm about to tell you to do.
Sorry. I'll leave you alone.
I'm glad it was Jill talking to this kid. I don't think Clive would have had the patience for that. Slap him upside the head. Alright. Where's more children? Need to continue.
Come, taste my peaches. They're sweet as nectar.
I bet. Not right now, though. I'm sorry, Jill. We gotta find children at the moment is what we're doing. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted by that. Well, we've talked to the two kids that are here. Are there more and I missed them? Because I certainly don't see any more. Wasn't the first boy, like, right around in here? Yeah, right there. So, how much further this way can we go before... Aha, hello. Yeah, a girl! No one would expect it. You'd expect it to be a little smelly boy.
I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Hansa...
It's Hansa.
He said he got a job. Doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Yeah, thanks for ratting on your friend and throwing him under the bus. I appreciate it. It's the right thing to do. Like, morally, legally, it's the right thing to do. But gosh, can you imagine having that be your friend? Wouldn't appreciate that whatsoever.
Daddy,
Oh,
I'm hungry.
nope, that's not it. Little boy! Little thief boy! Found you, you little scoundrel. With your little trio of friends!
That big fat donkey was easy pickings.
That is
I've
rude.
noticed if we robbed his boots off him.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now.
Don't scatter. Don't
You
scatter.
can get caught if you want. I'm off.
Don't run. Don't.
Sir, where are you going?
So that was Hunzer, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
Do we need to?
Right.
I feel like these two could probably give us all the information we need to know about who's behind this operation, and there's no reason to catch the third child. Also,
before his employers do.
What do you mean he can't have gone far? He's a wee little fella. They're full of energy. They can run like you wouldn't believe. Or they could hang out right here. No, this isn't him. This is some other completely different person. A chocobo tamer. Do you reckon he's like stuffed him in one of these crates to keep him safe?
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
No, what do you mean, but? No, what do you mean, but? No, that was the start of it, like a second part of that sentence, and we cut him off. It's like, oh yeah, don't go back there, though, because that's where the evil monster of malaria is, and he'll eat your face. The boy's already dead if he ran back there. Oh.
Oh, shit. Cornered.
Yep. Just me and the chocobos now, buddy.
I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
Yeah, that's it. Resign yourself to your fate.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hunzer.
You found him then?
Jill.
Obviously.
Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him!
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Are we gonna bring this kid back to the hideaway now? Are we still gonna start an orphanage?
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, no,
we're not.
No, you got the wrong. No, listen.
Don't hurt him.
He's obviously got the right spirit, but he's got the wrong guy.
Making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are.
Okay, now this could be solved with like a message on a post-it stamp, so let's not do a whole combat encounter.
Where did you get it?
Master Theo.
Now is a good time to shout that.
What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister?
Well, it was an odd meet cute, wasn't it? Oh, and we just decided to sit here. No, we're standing. Never mind.
Brother?
And why would she? I'm just her back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the Cast Stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hans is a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
I mean, to catch a thief, sure, we caught him, but it's like, this is only the beginning. We still have to get the actual pass. We've got ourselves entrenched in a proper little subplot here now. I just want to go through the wall. Nah, you're good, Hunter. You're good. It's not your fault.
So, what's the plan?
Did anyone else hear Filch yelling in the background? What is it?
Stones and we crush them. You get your trader's pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then. Honza, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Leighton's Cleft.
This will be easy. We have a power this kid does not. The ability to follow a large red mark on the map. That'll lead us directly to their hideout. Yeah, no, look how easy this is going to be. Hold on, let's have a look at the map. I'm wondering if... Okay, I was thinking maybe it would be down here past one of these like locked gates, but it's probably going to be back up in here somewhere, isn't that? I mean, obviously that's not necessarily within the large red circle, but it's not going to be like dead center in that anyway. It's going to be off to one side, probably in like a cave or like a little cleft of some kind, or a cavern, or a crevice, or a crag. Just going through all the different possible like, names for holes in like the side of walls. A tunnel even. A tunnel is like a cave, but with an exit on the other end. And usually, I guess, I mean, what is the actual difference between... Is a tunnel something that's man-made? I think natural tunnels can occur. Is a tunnel just a cave that goes all the way through? If a cave goes all the way through, could it be anything other than a tunnel? Oh, they are just standing out here in the open. Are we going to, like, sneak up on them? Or are we just going to, like, charge them down? We got to kill all but one, and then when he flees, to tell all of his friends... We'll follow him. There we go. Alright, now we just stand back and we wait. Although, whoa! Why are you leaving these guys behind, Big Twister? Let's not do that! Goodness, I don't know where it was headed in such a hurry. As soon as they fall, we're gonna hit him with one of these. We just gotta be ready for it. Whoever's still alive, once this is all said and done. Can't wait to get Aerial Blast maxed out, because I can only imagine the amount of damage that's gonna do. So that's... hit all but one, so you need to run and tell all of your friends that we're looking for you. Jill! You've ruined the plan!
But at least we know we're on the right track.
We could have just followed him back if Jill hadn't done that. The best laid plans left to ruin. Unbelievable. Unreal. Oh, good, but there's more here. I wonder if we could possibly just continue following. Are there just groups of them all the way? How many of these people are employed by this operation? Also, I guess our Twister probably is not recharged. That's okay, we can do this real quick. Watch. He's about to, like, he thinks he's about to do a magic attack, but what he doesn't know is he's about to die. Oh, bless his soul. These guys aren't going to stand much of a chance either. Wait, whoa. Was that a healer there? Hold on a minute. Here we go. Doesn't matter what you are, you're dead now. Alright, now we just follow this. Jill, again!
Foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
The perfect plans, and they're just left to ruin. Alright, I think I see their camp up there, judging by the fact that I see tents and what appears to be bad guys standing around them, and they're very close to a large red mark, which indicates that's where the story wants us to go. I want to interrogate at least one of these individuals, Jill. If you would not kill them all, that would be swell. Oh, they got a big one.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. And Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It'll be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I'm not going to give them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
Jill, it's okay for you to kill them all this time. It's not going to actually ruin our plans at all.
It's that guard from Boklad. Kill him.
Okay.
Kill them all.
All right. I feel like that should do more damage. Also, the only reason we haven't Twistered yet is because Twister's not recharged yet. Twister time. It's really only going to be effective against these two guys, though. I mean, it's going to deal damage to the big fella. Like, don't mistake. Oh, that guy got frozen midair. That's funny. So while that's happening, we'll deal with this guy. And guess what? That normally helps if you have your shield equipped and you actually use it. Try it again. Go ahead. I've got to work on the timing, though. Do it again. There we go. You can get one hit in, but you have to immediately shield again because he's coming with that second wave of the attack. Poor timing. Poor timing. Need to work on it. Oh, dang it. Did not mean for that to be a parry, I'll be honest. Into a stagger. Into one of these. Just to deal some damage. This guy doesn't even have, like, a unique name. Like, if they're all cast stones, you think the big guy would be the cast boulder. I acknowledge that's kind of a dumb name, but it's something, at least, to, like, differentiate him from his companions. How was that a parry? I just don't understand how to time these things. Is it the same timing that you use for... I mean, if it's the same timing you use for the shield, how come I can, like, always nail that, almost? But I can never, like, nail the... Okay, I nailed the parry that time. I just did the same timing as with the shield. Somehow that worked. And now he's staggered, and now we're just gonna punch him with a big stone, and then we'll do this, and this will finish him off. This is not gonna be worth it, really, in the end. Yeah, because he's defeated, and we didn't get that much health back from it. How did I just naturally get the shield and then be good at the shield, but I can't do the parry still? Still Silk, Magic Dash, Gill Bug. All we can do with that is trade it, so we need to start trading those Gill Bugs away.
Huh. And they say crime doesn't pay.
Mm.
Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and, be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
Hopefully he's actually... Okay, no, yeah, Gooch recognized him. I was gonna say, what if he's actually just a bandit, though? Pretending to be her brother so that now he can run away with all of this high-quality stuff all to his own. What, like, a dark twist that would end up being. Kind of funny, though. But it's not. Gooch recognized him, so clearly he is who he says he is. Is it safe to leave him alone, or is he gonna die out there by himself? Because that's something this game would do. It's like, oh, you left him alone. Tragically, he got crushed to death.
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo told me he'd been on their trail. And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were stealing. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and Theo's return will tell. Speaking of whom, welcome home, dear brother.
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goots's pass. Ask him to keep a closer eye on it from now on, would you?
I will. Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly. Would it now? Sid. Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
Yeah, but how'd you
I don't
know?
understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving. Be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
Sure.
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor.
The honor is ours.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
A seal obtained. The Crimson Compass.
What is it?
El has friends in high places, while I have associates in, lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
Neat. Seal joined.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey. Goots's pass should secure you a place on the caravan, but if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own. For a discounted price, of course. Say, 9 million?
We'll try the caravan.
Kind offer, all the same. A mere 9 million. We don't have anywhere near that, but still, we would have if we hadn't gotten rid of all those... all those little rubies last time. Ooh, what is this? Reduces thunderstorm cooldown time. Have I ever used thunderstorm? Raise letters upon... Oh, yeah, Trader's Pass. Gotcha.
Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
After a long... but wait! But wait! Whoa, hold on now! But before we pass, it looks like there may be some side quests available to us, and then also maybe on the big map? No, okay. Well, there's a couple here, and that's what matters. Hello, sir! How are you?
That well-notched steel and impressive physique. I have need of a sword for hire, and yours looks to be a weapon well worth the coin.
You have no idea what we went through to get the sword in the condition it is right now.
Formidable arms.
How exactly do you intend to use them?
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemeckis history, I wish to investigate the ruins near the city.
Oh.
And I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself waylaid by ne'er-do-wells or the beasts said to roam the area. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material wealth, but partake of the true treasure that awaits us there. The rich and storied history of Zemeckis.
Okay.
Well, will you ever party to a finer proposition?
Not in all my days. I will absolutely accept.
My arms are yours.
Wonderful. Then come. We must away.
Airbreak of day.
Where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road. And from there, onward to discovery. Quickly. There is not a moment to lose.
Wait. Well, good luck with your ne'er-do-wells.
Yeah, I'll accept your quest, absolutely. Is this now turned into a rescue operation? He stormed off ahead of us, so is he gonna get, like, cornered and captured and we're gonna have to rescue him now?
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise. Perhaps you can extend me the same kindness?
Perhaps. What would I be doing?
Finding someone. You see, I've been having trouble with thieves, and despite the many pains I've taken, I can't stop them from rummaging through my packs. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back, and he offered to track the culprits down. Now, Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But he's been gone days, and I'm beginning to fear the worst.
That's understandable.
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
The old Zemeckis Road, perhaps? He doubted they would be fool enough to linger here in Boklad. Joseph's lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time. I just pray he hasn't been killed over a few sacks of grain.
I can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around. Hopefully someone will have seen him.
We will accept your quest, but we will not prioritize it. I have a feeling we're going to find him more or less in the same direction as this other guy we're going to help anyway, so... 2 birds, 1 stone. Although it looks like this one's starting a little bit sooner, I suppose we've got to ask, have you seen anybody matching the description of this lad? And was he going in this direction by chance?
What do you want? I've no coin on me.
Just information. Has a sellsword passed through here? Grey hair.
Now you mention it, there was a young man with salt in his mane.
What an interesting way to describe it.
There a while back.
Which way did he go?
How am I supposed to know? Buggered off down the road, I expect. Now why don't you do the same and leave me be?
I gotta tell you, a lot of people in this town, they're not very friendly, are they? They're a little bit grunchy. Grunchy? It's a combination of crouchy and grumpy. They're all a little grunchy. And, I mean, I get it when it comes to the children, you know? No, actually, I don't. Why are the children grunchy? Why is everyone grunchy? Oh my gosh. Hello?
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, no, see, this is exactly what we anticipated happening. I even called this. He's absolutely gonna get cornered. As soon as he walks through the archway, he's immediately, like, cornered by these guys. That guy was trying to run away. He had nowhere to go in that direction. I'm glad that it's not whipping this fella up into the horrible whirlwind. You know what? We can contribute. We can start shooting, like, big old balls of lightning or big old balls of stone into this maelstrom here, and hopefully finish them all off a little bit more quickly. Okay, see, they've all survived. But, not for long they haven't. Alright. Killing blow. We've earned our money. I'm sure this is only the beginning. He's gonna run off again. I can tell you already how the rest of this quest is gonna go. He's gonna thank us and immediately book it, with no concern for that happening again.
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. Thanks to your timely intervention. More importantly, we have arrived.
Oh, this is it!
Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us.
You couldn't look at it from the other side where it's safe.
A relic of the fallen civilization. A sight so common that man is oft blinded to its wonder. Colossal vessels, dashed from the very heavens. Airships, we call them. With very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe.
Spaceships,
Oblige
aliens.
me if you would. Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen? Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you.
Red Star.
Tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckis history is steeped. Come, good sir. Our expedition continues, and we still have much to learn.
I told you. Off he goes. Guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna say it's not bandits this time. I'm gonna say this time he's surrounded by wild animals. That's gonna be my guess. We're gonna do a little bit of a zigzag here. Although, wait a minute, that's not him right there, is it? That could be our other quest. So follow, yeah, that's quest 2. That's probably our sellsword we're looking for, what, right there. Do a little zigzag here, get some desert roses. Hey, fellas, you hadn't happened to see a man, have you? How are you doing? You're not the fella in question, are you?
We don't want any trouble.
Oh, your lady,
Neither
my
do
bad.
I. I'm looking for someone. A grey-haired mercenary.
Or a young man with salt in his mane.
Seen him.
Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rocks.
Yeah, why lie
Those
about
ones,
this?
Over there.
There's nothing to be gained from lying about
Maybe
this.
he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there, and that they eat little boys for dinner.
That's true.
Shh, now. You've said quite enough already.
I only told him what you said.
I'd listen to your mother if I were you.
We fought goblins. As a young man, probably about your age, we led a party to go fight goblins. It was quite the adventure. Can I scurry up there, or do I need to find another way around? Maybe Clive surprises us. Oh my gosh, Clive has surprised us.
Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here.
Wait a minute. Let's steal some of the stolen wares. An ancient sword. Is that something that we can equip? I mean, I can't imagine wanting to, considering what we've already got. But could I equip an ancient sword? Let's see. I could, and it's worse than what we currently have, but I have a feeling it would... Yeah, it is better. So Enhancer 2 was the last one we had, I believe. And then above that would have been an ancient sword, slightly better than the Excalibur that we currently have. That's interesting. None of these... The design of these weapons doesn't really matter all that much. You don't see them very often. It'd be cool if it was like a sword from another Final Fantasy game. Although I imagine they probably would want to avoid that, because then you'd have people being like, "What's the connection? Clive can find the Buster Sword in the desert. The Buster Sword belonged to Clive Strife, but before him, it was created for him by his parents and given to Zack Strider." Is Zack's last name Strider? Or I just make that up. That's not Zack's last name. I actually don't know what Zack's last name is. It could be Strider. I don't think it is. It's Zack something or another. That's for sure. It's definitely Zack something or another. I don't know where I got Strider from. Maybe I'm thinking of Cloud Strife. Anyway, that's what the videos would be about. It's unclear how these games connect because it makes no sense for this sword to be here. Tune in next week for us to continue these pointless theory videos and generate lots of revenue. I don't know why I present like this. No one else in the world does. It's very annoying. But the videos have enticing titles and well-designed thumbnails, so you'll keep clicking on them. You're just dumb enough to watch this entire channel's content, even though we never say anything of substance, worth, or value. We're going to say we've got the scoop on the third video game in the Breath of the Wild trilogy, but we don't. What we have is we're going to be reading off of this entry on 4chan. Do you think it's real? Comment down below. You've all seen these videos. You all know exactly what I'm talking about.
Let's get this over with.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
How did I somehow confuse that with being a brother and sister pair?
It wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know why that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems, or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area.
Does this fella have hair? This goblin has golden hair.
Their cozy little homestead and all the missing food. I launched myself at them full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them, and earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so I've been teaching them.
Aww.
And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Boklad.
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work here is done. Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
What a noble man. What a noble cause. You know what they say? You let a goblin steal, you feed him for a day. Teach him to hunt and forage, you feed him for a lifetime. What an absolutely lovely turn of events. Now, we're going to head up here and grab whatever this is under this tree, and it had better be good, because we're taking a solid extra 30 seconds to do this. And if it's just anything other that's 10 gil. 10 gil, that is essentially useless. That is not even like a down payment on a potion in this game. Why is that just lying around in the... you know what? I take it back. Everything's so expensive in this game. 10 gil is exactly what you would expect to find lying around the desert. Because in this game, that's the amount of gold that you could lose without ever noticing or really caring. Oh no, not the goblins! We've more or less sworn to protect them, and now we're gonna have to kill them all. I feel bad. I guess it wasn't our cause, like rescuing the goblins and teaching them to hunt and forage and fish and farm and all that nonsense. So, as long as we kill them all and leave no trace, what that guy doesn't know won't hurt that guy or his goblin clan. Alright? Meanwhile, back to throwing. When we use stone magic, are we just generating actual stones in the air? Like, that's my question. When I shoot these things at them, are they being just, like, peppered by large boulders that are just materializing right before they hit? Oh, that's unfortunate. Son of a gun! Ruined my wind-up! Brutal.
Enough.
Thorgal, how's it going? There you go. Help you out. That one's frozen too, so we freeze him like ice and then you throw a stone that materializes in midair halfway there. What a brutal way to go. You just shatter. You're vaguely aware that you are currently ice and then you get splintered into 1,000 pieces.
You're going to get yourself killed. Oh, that would not do. That would not do at all.
No.
When such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin in all its glory. As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods, and great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time, though I live in hope that I might see it discovered. But we must not dwell upon such things. There is more yet to see. Onward. History awaits.
So let's see, we went from bandits to goblins. This time it's going to be scorpions is my guess. Also, this is not the correct direction, or maybe it is. You know what? We can just check the map. Yeah, no, we're on the right trail. I'm going to put scorpions forward as my guess for what is now currently befallen him. And oh, wait a minute. No, you know what? I would like to retract that. It's definitely robots because he's inside of these ruins where the robots are. So that's 100%. Like if it was just more desert. Yeah, look at this. Absolutely cornered by large robots. All right, look, first off, this has not been recharged, so we're going to have to go with just the... Oh my gosh. Oh, no, don't kill me, please. Do this first. Take a potion. It's all going to be fine. We'll deal with this guy last. We're going to deal with all of his little, like, sidekicks first. Because I want Thorgal and Jill's help fighting the big guy. Although it's possible once they're defeated, he'll summon, like, more assistance. We'll find out here in a minute. Ah! Alright, do that again, pal. Oh, pal! Didn't like that, did you? So this is gonna, like, break my shield if we're not careful. We gotta get our timing down. Oh, shoot, get out of that. Get out of that as well. Oh, how about that for a dodge, pal? Pull him down. Pull him down, and then punch him. Give him the big punch. And then also give him the big stomp. Oh, don't let him kill you. Don't let him kill you. Oh, good riddance. Not good riddance. I don't know what I'm trying to say right now. I just needed to do this to get some healing in. I don't want to use any more potions. Even though we have more potions available to us now than we ever have before, I really just don't want to use them. If it can be at all costs avoided. Should I be blocking, or should, now that I've got the parrying down, mostly, should I be doing that instead? Oh, you know what? We're using a potion. We're not going to get this close to defeating him. And then let ourselves be killed just because I'm being stubborn about not using a potion, you know? I'm surprised that if that had one, like, more hit in it, it would absolutely... You know what I just realized? I think maybe the reason I'm slightly better at using the block as opposed to the parry is because I know with the block, even if I don't get the timing right, I'm at least blocking the attack. Whereas the parry, I get too much in my head about it, because if I fail it, guess what? We're gonna die. And I'm like way too overly aware of that and self-conscious of it, so I end up messing it up more. Whereas with the shield, I'm like, oh, well, worse happens. Like, I still block the blow and we just don't, like stagger him, not stagger him, but, like, befuddle him for a moment. That's all it's all just mind games. It's all just mind games. Also, my gosh, my thumb hurts after these combat encounters. I do sincerely feel as though I must be getting carpal tunnel of the thumb or something.
It would seem so. Once more, I am in your debt. And once more, you impress me with your prowess. These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call echoes.
Of an elusive
Though
age?
Moss, the chronicler, concurs with the legends in attributing the fall of Zemeckis to a wrath wrought upon mankind by the gods, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, perhaps suggest an answer? Could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the province of the divine? Alas, all is mere speculation. But one day, perhaps, I will learn the truth.
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you have proven yourself a willing audience to my ramblings.
Glad to help, but didn't you say you came here to investigate something?
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth, a captive ear was all I really desired. You see, even my fellow scholars have grown somewhat weary of my musings of late. And so I came upon the idea of purchasing a companion. A captive audience, if you will.
Oh.
That's what this was all about.
You bought a friend.
I am afraid so. And now, my good man, it is high time we returned whence we came.
Fine. Just don't go running off this time.
That's a bit of a tragedy, isn't it? It's like Linus Tech Tips. That's the joke. That's the joke he makes. It's not me saying that. He does joke about that an awful lot, though, for there not be maybe a nugget of truth to it.
And so ends a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you to.
I think we just leveled up, maybe? Yeah! Nice! See, it's always worth doing the side quest. You get the levels. We're level 36 now. What is max level? We're going to look that up real quick. I don't feel like that's too much of a cheat here. Max level Final Fantasy 16. I'm assuming it's going to be 99. It's 50! Oh! We're not that far off from max level then. The Breath of Earth Upheaval, so that's going to reduce the upheaval cooldown by 2.5 seconds, and then we get some more Wyverite, which we used in crafting, allegedly. Used in crafting, allegedly.
Truly, knowledge is a gift all the greater when shared. Thank you once again.
No, thank you once again. I appreciate being paid to be your friend, and also we need to check in and let this individual know what
Joseph's
happens.
Fine. He'll be back once he's tied up a few loose ends.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business. He found your thieves all right. And I dare say they won't be coming back.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. And if he says there'll be no more thieving, that's good enough for me. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
Thank you. Live and let live. Live and let live. No, but thank you. I appreciate that so much that you were going to carry on here. Well, folks, it's been an action-packed, adventurous episode, and I think we will continue next time. Till then, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.